but somebody hit my neighbor mailbox, and that just don't make no sense. So today I'm going to be replacing it for him completely for free. And you know I'm not about to just build him any old regular mailbox, because y'all know this Uncle John, and I believe in taking everything over the top. But anyway, on to the project, y'all. So I went to the store and purchased all the material for this mailbox for like $140. I used pressure treated pine to build this thing, and the only power tools I used was a drill, a sander, and a circular saw. And I started working on this thing Sunday morning while my neighbor was at church, and it was so easy to do. I'm thinking about building a whole neighborhood mailboxes like this, but that's probably gonna take me more than one day because we got like 50 houses on my block, so it might be better if I just give everybody the bill plans and buy all the material. And that'd probably be a good Christmas gift for the whole community, but I don't want to force nobody to get off the couch, so I might just have to recruit my wife to help me. So today I was riding down the street, and that's when I noticed my neighbor fence laying on the ground. So I decided to replace it completely for free, just because I'm retired, y'all, and I ain't got nothing else better to do. Plus, I'm sure if they could afford to get it done, it would have been dead by now. And I didn't just jump out my truck with a saw and started cutting these people's fence up. I actually knocked on their door to see if this was something they actually wanted me to do, and they was more than excited to tell me yeah when I told them I was going to do it for free. Now, the person that owned this house is a single mom who have a son to take care of, but the person that answered the door was her mom, and when I asked her about the fence, she said they've been wanting to get it done for like 2 to 3 years now. But every time they get a contractor or someone to come out and look at it, it was well over $6,000 to get it replaced. And we all know with the state the world in right now, $6,000, you might as well say that's $1 million. But the money not the only struggle, y'all, because her mom had an accident like 3 months ago that caused her to completely total her car and caused serious injury to her neck. And if that's not enough, she also lost her husband to cancer like 3 years ago. So y'all know it can only be God that led me to stop by and knock on that door. But I've been talking all this time, y'all, and I really haven't mentioned nothing about the fence, so let me get into that. It cost me like right over $2,000 to do, and that's simply because everything that I use is built to last, so they don't never have to worry about this fence falling over again. Now, y'all know I couldn't just do this side. I had to go over and complete the other side too, and if you know me like I know me, that wasn't nothing for me to do. But y'all make sure to leave a comment and subscribe to this page, because that's going to help me continue to do jobs like this for free, because by the end of this year, I plan on rebuilding the whole neighborhood. Today my daughter told me that she wanted a swing, and instead of waiting around, I decided to get up and build it tonight. Because I grew up without a dad, and I wish I could have just asked him for something like this, and he would have got up and did it. Another reason I decided to get up and build this thing right away is because there's not enough time in life, y'all, to be sitting around wasting it. I remember when I used to work, and I had to travel out of town for a few days, and I thought I had the best job ever. But after doing that for like 5 years, and realizing that the money wasn't worth nothing, I decided to live out my dreams as an entrepreneur, and that's when my whole life changed. I mean, we do need money, y'all, but money isn't everything, so don't spend your whole life chasing it to the grave. But on to the project. I used 3 6x6 posts, and building this thing was really simple. The hardest part was lifting the posts because they weigh like 110 pounds. So if you're not me, be sure to get you some help. But the final result did come out looking good, and if you agree, be sure to share this post because that's something I really appreciate. Now I'm gonna get off of here, y'all, and go enjoy this thing with my baby. If you don't have a wife, you better get you one, because let me tell y'all something. This is my wife, and she don't play when it come to me. So she seen me struggling to come up with a design for the table I just built, and she completely moved me out the way and inserted herself into the situation. All I knew is I had to build 20 stools, and they had to be lightweight and easy enough for kids to move around. And for some reason, I was just struggling to come up with an idea. I think it was just the amount of stools that I had to build that was really making me struggle. So she came up with a plan just to build a long bench, which was kind of confusing to me because it was no way it was going to be lightweight. But then I seen her take out this circular saw and started cutting these stools from this long bench, y'all, and it just don't get no better, no easier, no faster than that. And the results came out to be amazing. I mean, this is a video, y'all, so you can see it for yourself. But her idea was so simple. I mean, we built like 20 chairs and it only took around an hour, which was a good thing because we finished building all the tables and stools around 5 o'clock Thursday evening, and her birthday was on Friday. But today my wife decided to build us a walkway, and I ain't gonna even lie, y'all.
Hold on, babe, you can't talk for me. I did this work. Let me speak for myself.
Okay, well, go.
So today I decided to build a walkway on the side of the house, and if you a girl like me, you best believe you don't need no man to do it. Now, we've been living in this house for 6 years, so you know this should have been done, but I ain't gonna sit here and complain, because that 6 years I could have got up and did it. And before y'all start saying my husband should have never let me do this, and he should have helped me, I just want to let y'all know he did, and I politely moved him out the way every time. And I'm not trying to say that I'm looking to be more independent, but I do want to be more confident in doing stuff myself. The hardest part was picking up the bags of paver base because they were 50 pounds and I had like 22 of them. But it was a great leg workout because I've been trying to tone them up and I ain't been having a lot of time to go to the gym. So I spent $300 doing this walkway, and I started at 2 o'clock and I was finished around 6:30. But make sure you comment on this video and click the share button if you want to see me do more stuff like this.
Let me show y'all how to make $600 in one day by installing a simple walkway. So I'm doing this work for one of my neighbors completely for free, y'all, and she don't even know I'm out here doing it. But just because I'm doing it for free don't mean you have to. So y'all, the thing that made this job so easy was me using these paper pads, because they really take all the hard work out. I mean, they allow me to get the whole job done in like 4 to 5 hours, and if you do the math, that's like $120 an hour, which is more than anybody get paid. But once all the pads are laid out, it's time to put down your pavers, and really, this job is just about finished, y'all. And I did everything by myself, but if you hire you some help, I'm pretty sure you can do like 2 or 3 of these a day. The material cost for this job is like $180, and that's just because the pads are so expensive, but you could do this job for a little cheaper if you're willing to put a little more work in. So once I was finished, I just washed everything down, and it was about 5 o'clock, so my day was over. However, my wife decided that she wanted to do the same thing at our house, so y'all make sure y'all leave a comment if y'all